Hi everyone, James here from F9 Audio and the Freemasons, and today I'm incredibly proud to present to you the first of the FORTE Evolution multi-sample pianos. Now these piano patches are designed for one thing, and that's to cut through even the busiest club or contemporary pop production and allow your parts to shine. Now without further ado, let me show you what we're talking about here. This is a well-known piano keyboard, but I'm simply using it as a Midi controller. I've got one instance of the FORTE Kontakt instrument up, and I just want to show you the raw sound.
Now let me take you through the available formats. This is available for Live 8 and Live 9, both standard and suite editions. It's available for Logic 9.1.8 and all versions of Logic Pro X. It's available for PreSonus Studio One version 3.2.3 onwards, and it's using the Presence XT sampler. It's also available for Reason 8.3 using combinators and the NNXT. I'm also very proud to say that we were able to port this over to Maschine 2.4. The Maschine version does use a reduced sample set, so is priced accordingly, but still comes with 193 MIDI files that are available throughout the other formats of this pack. Now, just a quick word on the Kontakt release. I'm sure you guys, like me, find that the audio engine within Kontakt is bulletproof and really shines on harmonic and rich material like this. So for the Live, the Logic and the Studio One releases, we've created deluxe versions that also contain the full Kontakt library. Now, for those who want a little bit more detail, let's dive straight into Ableton. I'm going to pull apart some of the project files that make up the main audio demos. Now, obviously, the whole idea of this piano sound is that it doesn't take a ton of processing for it to jump right out. So let me now show you what this piano sound can do in a real-world example. So I'm just going to untwirl this group that has all of the different instances of the FORTE piano sound that are used throughout the demo. It starts off with this atmospheric patch here, and you can see straight away that I've only got very basic processing to make it work. A little bit of EQ and some sidechain compression that comes in when the kick's there. Now the rack controls are going to give you a fairly powerful degree of control over the actual core sound. Now let me just play live some of this atmospheric piano patch. Now that certainly sounds a lot richer than a standard DAW reverb, and that's because it is. In the background here in this live rack, there are two additional sample sets playing, and both of them have been recorded through one of the classic vintage reverb units. Why did we do it? Well, for me, nothing can beat the modulation section of a vintage reverb, and it's certainly not carried through in things like convolution, which are more like a static photograph as opposed to a living or breathing sound. So here, we've actually resampled the patch through two of the most useful algorithms of the reverb, and apart from the Maschine version, these are available in every single format as additional sampler patches. Anyway, that's enough talking for the minute. Let's look at some more piano parts. This is the first motif that comes in the piece. Once again, nothing special. A little bit of additional reverb coming from Ableton, a little bit of balancing, equalization, and the sidechain compressor just to keep it under control when the kick's in. Now the big one, let's go and look at this old school rave piano, and you may be amazed to see it's pretty much nothing but the original FORTE rack and a little bit of EQ. Now that is the beauty of this instrument. If you hit it hard and get your velocities up near 127, it will really bite through for you. It reminds me of some of the classic house piano sounds. Now on that note, let's just come over to the live rack here, and as you can see on the second control from the top left, I've named it after my favourite motorway in England, the M1. The M1 is the backbone of Britain. It's one of the most important roads that we've ever built. Okay, so I've got the piano soloed and looped, so let me show you what this control will do. As I turn it from 0 up, it's going to make the piano sound brighter and bite an awful lot more. And that's to remind me of those amazing journeys that I've had up and down the M1 when we were DJing, and of all the tasty snacks we used to have in the service station. So as you can see, that is quite a powerful control. The delays here are coming from this 1991 control that's going to throw in some very stereo delays with a nice bit of ambience on there as well. Now, before we move on from this project, let's just have a quick look at this more contemporary piano part towards the end. Now, I've actually split this up into two separate parts. So you've got the bass part here, and the top chords. Now that allows me to throw a little bit more reverb and delay onto the top part without it mudding up the bass end. And also allows me to spin this parallel reverb right over the end section of just the chords. So as I say, you get this kind of warmth of ambience without the bass end getting all cloggy.
So that's it, guys, and I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of our first FORTE Evolution Multisampled piano release. We've got plenty more in the pipeline, but this particular model is designed to help your riffs cut through on club sound systems and on radio speakers. Now, don't forget, there are 193 Midi files contained within this pack, and you can transpose them, you can chop them about, do what you want, and some of them contain entire chord sequences. If you want to hear the piano in different styles of music, don't forget to check out the rest of the audio demos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.